So, welcome everyone to our Soul Power session for this month, which is on the topic of activating, finding, sharing your authentic voice. So, as always, these sessions are to support you to be in your highest expression, to share your beautiful soul gifts and feel good being here on the earth despite all the challenges which we were just talking about. So let's begin, as always, by just grounding and centering. So closing your eyes, feeling your feet on the floor, and just taking a deep breath into your heart. And whatever you're feeling right now, just presencing that, meeting that. And as you exhale, just letting all of that go, feeling that energy flowing down into our beautiful earth, into beautiful Gaia, who's willing to receive it. And just taking a couple of breaths like that, just letting all of the externals fall away, all of the cares, the worries, and just allowing yourself to come fully present for our circle today. And welcoming everyone listening on the replay as well into the future. No time, all of us eternally here together. And breathing and feeling in that sense of all of us sharing this I am presence, this divine presence, the divinity that we are, having this unique experience in form on the earth at this time, knowing that's not all of us. There's so much of us, we're so vast, and yet we've come to play in form with our bodies, with our voices, with others in this realm. And so encouraging you to really have a place of curiosity, care, compassion for yourself on this journey as we tune into our theme today. So as always, I'll share a little channeled message came through this morning around voice. We'll do some clearing using the compassion key, that beautiful power of self-directed compassion. And we will use the chat to share what's coming up for us. I'll lead you in some clearing phrases. You can share. We'll do some more focused phrases based on what you're sharing with me. And then at the end, we'll do a light language activation to really get us into that empowered space with our voice. So while you are still in that receptive, centered place, I'm going to just share the message that came through this morning. So just allowing yourself to receive this, notice what arises for you as you listen, and then we can share in the chat and move into our clearing. Few of you truly realize the power of your voice to both create and uncreate reality and your lived experience. Your voice can be a sword to cut through the noise of confusion, a brush to paint an inspiring vision, or an instrument to touch the heart with a song or a story, a scalpel to cut away what is not healthy, or a soothing balm to heal the wounds of the heart and mind. You can be a master of your voice or a victim of it. You can allow the voices of others to fill your mind and control you, or you can question if those voices are really speaking truth to you. As children, you are told many things, some which you accept, others which you want to challenge, yet often the people who tell you these things do not listen to you when you question their truths. You learn to accept and believe the voices and truths of others, and to override the voice within you that calls out for a deeper truth. Eventually, these voices become a part of you until such time that you wake up and realize that perhaps they are not yours. You have many voices within you, and you can learn to recognize which are your champions and which are your detractors. Start by listening to your thoughts and your words, and make a habit of questioning what you think and say. Is this really true? Is this really true for me? Who told me this? Where did I learn this belief, this attitude, this approach to life? What am I saying about myself, about others, about life, that may not be aligned with my highest and most authentic expression. Begin by finding the voice of your heart that loves you and speaks tenderly to you. If you find yourself always in judgment of yourself, take a moment to find some gentle words of compassion and understanding for that part of you that has learned to judge and criticize. It is only parroting what it has heard from others. It is not the true voice of your heart and soul. We invite you to take a breath now into your heart and ask your heart what it wants to say to you. Give yourself the patient listening you may not have had as a child. So I'm just going to pause for a moment while we do that. And try speaking aloud any words you receive from your heart. You're all muted, so you can speak it aloud in your space. And as you do so, notice the power of manifesting them through sound into your lived experience, into the physical realm. When words are uttered, their vibration resonates throughout the field of experience. In turn, they attract experiences that resonate with them. Hence the power of affirmations and prayer when uttered with sincerity. So just giving you a moment just to speak aloud those words from your heart. Your authentic voice is a powerful tool to express who you are and to call forth experiences that resonate with who you believe yourself to be. When you truly stand in your power as a divine creator being, knowing that your voice commands and shapes your reality, you will use your words with wisdom, clarity, and discernment. Own your voice, love your voice, play with your voice, create with your voice. Speak your truth from your heart and open your heart to hear the truth of others. So let's all take a breath just to integrate that message and the message from your own heart. You feel inspired to share anything in the chat. I was doing this practice this morning when it first came through, and my heart was really lovingly observing how hard I am on myself, and really wanted to reassure me how loved I am. So maybe there's a similar message coming through for you underneath all of the voices of self-judgment and criticism and frustration. Okay. So as I've done before, I think I would love us to work with a diagnostic phrase. So this is a phrase that we say out loud. You say it out loud and you feel into how true this phrase is for you. So the phrase we're going to use, and I'll type it in the chat, is I easily hear and express my authentic voice. I easily hear and express my authentic voice. Okay. So that's in the chat. Yeah, beautiful messages from the hearts. I love you so much. If you could only see how bright you are and how close you are. Beautiful. Love that. So yeah, share your heart messages if you wish, and then try saying this phrase. I easily hear and express my authentic voice. So firstly, notice anything that comes up in resistance to that. How aligned does it feel? We're really looking for how aligned it feels in your being, because often our mind will want to believe this phrase, but maybe our body, our heart, our solar plexus might have been in alignment. And then also give it a rating out of 10, where 10 out of 10 would be true, absolutely no doubt whatsoever in every cell and fiber of your being, and 1 would be not true at all. Okay. I easily hear and express my authentic voice. And then feel free to share your rating or any resistances that come up. Some days 10, sometimes 0. Okay. Just writing where you're at right now, today, as you say this today. And you can always add, actually, if it's something that varies a lot for you, you could add something like, I consistently hear and express my authentic voice. That might be, if it's something that you feel might be more aligned, or I consistently, or I easily hear and express my authentic voice at all times. So sometimes we can add these things in. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing there. I got a 7. Okay. Yeah. Fear of embodying my power. Okay. Yeah. So voice is power, as we heard. Right. So I easily hear and express my authentic voice. I easily express my authentic power. Right. These are things are all related. So okay. And a beautiful Emily saying, I got a 4. I hear it easily. It's the expressing part. My throat started to close even as I first tried to say the phrase. It's a pattern of mine with voice and expression. Yeah. And it's so interesting, isn't it, how our voice can respond so quickly to something going on in us energetically. Like we can literally lose our voice overnight, right? And often there's just something there, right? It's such a major part of our expression. And of course, very related to the sacral as well, around creativity, what we're actually creating. It's a tool of creation. So often we can really shut that down. It is related to power as well, as you were noting, Chantal. So I'm going to take us through some phrases which around being shut down. Yeah, Chantal has set up a throat stuff going on for a month. Yeah, okay. But Jeannie, it's who I believe myself to be, the identity, how I perceive others as seeing me. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. So if you share your number, if you have it, just to help us to, we'll do the phrase again at the end. Beautiful. 7, 4, and somewhere between 0 and 10. Somewhere in between. All right. Okay. So yeah, I think I've had my tongue cut out in the past life. Yeah, there will be many ways that we will have had throat, when you think about the way, throats cut, being hanged, like so many ways, being strangled, lots of ways that, we can be shut down and silenced. And, those energies live within us. And when it comes to showing up and speaking and being heard, right, all of those resistances can arise. And that's what's beautiful about doing the compassion key clearing, is that when we say the phrases to ourselves, we're speaking to all parts of ourselves that have had experiences of being silenced or misunderstood or whatever it is. So that's what I love about this tool. It's very powerful to speak not just to your experience in this lifetime as a child or now in relationships, but to all of the other experiences you've had or are still having in other realms, other dimensions, other incarnations. So, all right. So we're going to start with some group clearing phrases, and we can come back. I'll include some of these, what you're sharing as well. But to start with, we'll just go through a batch of phrases. We'll do them in chunks, give you an opportunity to share if you need to. Anything else that's coming up, it's very useful what we draw together, pull out of the collective experience. It helps all of us. All right. So, and of course, some of these are based on what you've all shared when you registered for the call. So let's begin by just taking a deep breath into your heart and solar plexus and repeating the phrases out loud after me. I'm so sorry you couldn't just be you. I'm so sorry. It's not safe to be your authentic self. I'm so sorry you can't share your authentic voice. I'm so sorry you can't speak your truth. I'm so sorry your throat is blocked. And we'll say a couple of those in the past tense too. I'm so sorry it wasn't safe to be your authentic self. I'm so sorry you couldn't share your authentic voice. I'm so sorry you couldn't share your truth. I'm so sorry you swallowed your truth. I'm so sorry you swallowed their truth. I'm so sorry you got programmed to speak their truth instead of yours. I'm so sorry they didn't listen to you. I'm so sorry they misunderstood you. I'm so sorry you didn't have a voice. I'm so sorry they silenced you. I'm so sorry you silenced yourself. Let's just take a deep breath. Just feeling those, just noticing any energies in your body, thoughts, feelings. Okay, I'll do a few more. I'm so sorry. You can't make them understand you. I'm so sorry you couldn't make them understand you. I'm so sorry you can't find the right words. I'm so sorry your heart and your voice are disconnected. I'm so sorry you're frustrated. I'm so sorry you're angry. I'm so sorry you're disappointed. I'm so sorry you're sad. I'm taking another breath. Okay, I've got lots more phrases. We'll do them in a minute, but just taking a moment if there's anything else. Okay, yeah. Wanting to disconnect with visuals, wanting to hide, and your voice. Okay, so yeah, let's do a couple of phrases around what you've shared here too. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, let's do a couple of phrases there. All right, so you have a deep breath into your heart and solar plexus. I'm so sorry you can be seen but not heard. I'm so sorry they can't see you and hear you. I'm so sorry you want to hide. I'm so sorry you long to be seen and heard, but you also want to hide. I'm so sorry you can't make yourself heard. I'm so sorry they listen to everyone else but not to you. I'm so sorry your voice gets lost in all the noise. I'm so sorry. Your voice isn't fully activated. I'm so sorry you're screaming into the void. I'm so sorry they cut out your tongue. I'm so sorry they suffocated you. I'm so sorry your throat closes when you try to speak your truth. I'm so sorry you learned to shut yourself down before they could shut you down. I'm so sorry you silence yourself before they can silence you. I'm so sorry there's so much inside you and you can't let it out. I'm so sorry that who you are and who they see is not the same. I'm so sorry you're cut off from your voice. I'm so sorry they cut you off from your voice. I'm so sorry they didn't want to hear what you had to say. I'm so sorry your truth is inconvenient for them. I'm so sorry your voice disrupts. I'm so sorry they curbed the power of your voice. I'm so sorry you curbed the power of your voice. Okay, deep breath. There's lots of ways we can come at this. All right, I will feel free to keep sharing. I've got a few more batches of phrases here. But yeah, keep sharing. We can maybe go down some. Oh, I love that too. I'm so sorry they control your voice. I'm so sorry they put implants in your throat. I'm so sorry you have to speak their truth, not yours. I'm so sorry you're different. I'm so sorry if you don't agree with them, they won't love you. I'm so sorry. When you expressed your authentic self, they ignored you. I'm so sorry. When you expressed your authentic self, they rejected you. I'm so sorry. When you expressed your authentic self, they judged you. I'm so sorry. When you expressed your authentic self, they humiliated you. I'm so sorry. When you expressed your authentic self, they punished you. I'm so sorry you had to create a false self in order to be loved and accepted. I'm so sorry. They only loved your false self, not your true self. I'm so sorry. You learned to value approval over authenticity. I'm so sorry you needed their approval to survive. I'm so sorry you had to be the good girl. I'm so sorry you learned to play small. I'm so sorry you learned not to upset other people. I'm so sorry honesty isn't always the best policy. I'm so sorry you let them limit your authentic expression. I'm so sorry you accidentally abandoned your authentic self. I'm so sorry you couldn't please them and yourself. I'm so sorry you can have authenticity or acceptance, but not both. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Couple more phrases there. Yeah. I'm so sorry you hide your true self away. I'm so sorry you hold back the real you. I'm so sorry you've denied the world your authentic self. I'm so sorry they only get a false persona. And let's do a few phrases around the impact of that. Right? I'm so sorry you missed out on an authentic connection with them. I'm so sorry they missed out on authentic connection with you. I'm so sorry you ended up in the wrong place with the wrong people. I'm so sorry. On the outside, you looked okay, but on the inside, you were dying. I'm so sorry you thought you needed permission to be your authentic self. I'm so sorry you thought you needed permission to share your authentic voice. I'm so sorry you kept yourself in a cage. I'm so sorry you didn't know you could set your authentic self free. I'm so sorry you didn't know you had the key all along. Okay, so deep breath. Let's check in with the phrase, I easily hear and express my authentic voice. Oh, that's a nice one. Let's say that one. I'm so sorry they only get a fraction of your true self. Yeah, thanks for that one. Yeah. And then try the phrase again. I easily hear and express my authentic voice. And just see if anything's changed. Is that sitting more easily in your being, in your body? You can feel into the rating. And sometimes the rating goes down because we're actually uncovering deeper layers of resistance. You might also, ideally with the compassion key, when I'm working with people one-to-one, we might go into a particular experience. When's the first time you had that feeling of, wow, it's really not okay to say how I feel. It's really not okay to be me. We can do a lot of great work with child selves, bringing them back on board, giving them compassion. Sometimes it can be a past life aspect, particularly when we've had these experiences around being persecuted, shooting the messenger, punished. If we were talking about Jesus earlier, we have examples of the truth tellers being punished. And that's sometimes a phrase we say, I'm so sorry they punished the truth tellers. Yeah, so that Lakshmi, so I need to say, and to reveal my, feel free to say that as a full sentence, Lakshmi. I'm not fully understanding that one. Emily's now getting a 7. Some connection between throat closing and a block at the back of my heart. And the back of the heart, often around trust. Have we been stabbed in the back? Have we been betrayed? Right? So sometimes some phrases around that. Perhaps we shared our truth and someone used it against us. That kind of thing can happen, right? So we have to protect ourselves. So we could do some phrases around that. We might do some phrases around that, actually. Yeah. Okay, let's do a couple of phrases around that. Replace reveal with express. It's the visual connection. Okay, so I easily reveal. Yeah, hear and reveal my authentic self voice. Yeah, so feel free to play with these phrases. And what you really want to do with these phrases, think about what you really want, right? And phrase that in these diagnostic phrases that you can go, okay, we can often say also, I deserve to easily express my authentic voice, or it's safe for my authentic voice to be seen and heard now, right? There's lots of ways we can play with this, and they're just a way for us to flush out what's sitting underneath in resistance. So let's maybe do a couple of phrases to perhaps help with that feeling of the heart, feeling a block at the back of the heart. Okay. All right. So deep breath into your heart and solar plexus. I'm so sorry they betrayed you. I'm so sorry they used your words against you. I'm so sorry you told them the truth. and they betrayed you. I'm so sorry you trusted the wrong people. I'm so sorry bad things happened because that truth got out. I'm so sorry you don't know who to trust with your words. I'm so sorry it's dangerous to speak. I'm so sorry what's said can't be unsaid. I'm so sorry words can harm instead of heal. I'm so sorry words can be twisted. I'm so sorry their words cut deep. I'm so sorry your words cut deep. I'm so sorry you don't understand the power of your voice and your words. I'm so sorry they don't understand the power of their voice and their words. And I was thinking when that phrase came through too about, how doctors often will say to someone, you only have 6 months to live or something like this to cancer patients, and really not understanding the power of their words to impact the reality of another, right? But we'll often do this to ourselves as well. So feel free to add in any response to that. Yeah, I'm so sorry you don't know who to trust with your voice. Okay, voice rather than words. Yeah. So, if that's coming up, oh yeah, I love that next to me. I'm so sorry they labeled you an imposter. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry they undermined you. And we see this a lot, don't we, in our culture, and particularly over the last few years, where it's so easy to discredit the truth or discredit someone's message, right? I'm so sorry they discredited you. I'm so sorry they turned others against you. I'm so sorry they shamed you. Mm. Nice, Chantel. I deserve to embody all of my expressive self. Yeah, nice. And then maybe see, what's the rating on that for you? I deserve to feel safe expressing all of myself. Like that. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry they made you look stupid. Yeah, I'm so sorry they mocked you. Emily, I'm so sorry you don't know who to trust with your song. And I'm so sorry you feel vulnerable when you share your authentic self and your authentic voice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry you didn't look the part. I'm so sorry you didn't fit in. Yeah, I'm so sorry it wasn't safe to feel and share your heart. I'm so sorry when you did, they trampled on it. I'm so sorry you didn't belong. I'm so sorry they weren't your soul tribe. I'm so sorry they didn't have eyes to see and ears to hear. You know, and this is a big thing too, isn't it? Like, not everyone is ready to hear us and receive us and hear the truth of what we're saying, right? So we have to, you know, sometimes you have to accept that. You know, I'm so sorry they weren't ready to hear what you had to say. Right. I mean, it's such a common thing. There's so much rejection of the truth, right? And the truth teller. And then often it's only later on that they get vindicated, right? It doesn't stop them from sharing the message. So yeah, I'm so sorry. It's not easy for the truth to be received. Yeah, I'm so sorry they weren't ready for you. And sometimes we do it the other way around. I'm so sorry you weren't ready for them. I'm so sorry there was a mismatch. Okay. So taking another breath, trying whatever phrase you came up with for you, whatever phrase felt best for you. Could be I deserve to express my authentic voice. I deserve to be seen and heard as my authentic self. It's safe for me to be seen and heard as my authentic self. It's safe for me to reveal my authentic self. But just checking in with that again, how that's sitting with you. Just sharing, is that feeling a little easier? Maybe you're even feeling a little more excitement, right? A bit of joy. When we get these phrases feeling a lot more aligned, we can make them a gratitude phrase. I'm grateful that I get to share my authentic voice. I'm grateful that I can hear and express my authentic voice. Yeah, I'm grateful that I can reveal my authentic self. Okay, like interesting. If I use express, I get an 8. If I use reveal, I get a 6. So the revealing, the being seen. So maybe, yeah, it's maybe there's more work to be done there than about, you know, what happened when you revealed yourself, right? Being seen. So coming out of hiding. It's safe for me to come out of hiding. It's safe for me to be seen and heard. So you can dive into that deeper. Another way to play with this is, you know, I can't reveal my true self because, and that can help to draw out some more resistance and see what comes up from the subconscious. All right, so yep, share your rating, how you're going, anything you're noticing. And in a moment, we're going to move into our light language activation. So in terms of the activation, we want that to really bring through frequencies to support our intention, how we want our energy to shift. So perhaps share in the chat, how would you like to feel with your voice? How would you like that to look and feel for you? Okay, yes, share some sharing there around feeling embarrassed. They embarrassed me. I embarrassed myself. I used to blush profusely as a kid. Okay, so like Sheena, there could be a, you know, a beautiful younger self there, going back and working with that child self, pulling her out, talking to her, giving her some compassion for that, right? That they embarrassed you. I'm so sorry they embarrassed you. I'm so sorry you embarrassed yourself. Yeah, and if you used to blush, I'm so sorry you couldn't hide your embarrassment. I'm so sorry you wanted to hide away. Right? Yeah, so, you know, we learn, don't we? That's better keep myself hidden away. Yeah, Emily's saying it's the sharing factor of vulnerability. Yeah. Yeah. A sense of danger too if I do reveal it. Yeah. So again, there can be parts of ourselves where that was a thing. You know, there was danger. We got seen. We came out into the open. There's so many places we've had these vulnerability. All right, so let's switch into what we want to create, and let's just share just a little bit in the chat about how would that feel for you to be in that authenticity. Yes, there's probably parts of us, definitely parts of us, that may need a little bit more compassion before they can really come on board. But let's tune into that energies of full self-expression, you know, showing up and really not caring what others are going to, in fact, having an expectation that you're going to be met, you're going to be welcomed, you're going to be celebrated in your expression, right? Finding that's when I feel into that. Yeah, Chantel, I share my voice with ease and grace for the highest good of all. Yeah, trusting that your voice is received, and even being in a place, you know, for me, I often think that I'm a channel for the divine. I'm channeling, you know, I'm bringing through love and grace and healing with my voice, right? So standing in that place that we can be in service through our voice, right? I receive money for my gifts and talents. Yes, being rewarded, being activating others, offering our medicine, our frequency through our voice, liberated, free, energized, exultant. Oh, that's a great word, isn't it? Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So really starting to feel that, you know, it is a vibration, isn't it? We're bringing through our vibration. Our voice is so unique, isn't it? I mean, really, all of our voices are so different that you can hear somebody's voice and you know it's them, right? So there's a real signature there. There's a soul signature there in your voice. So trusting that as you express your voice, or expressing that essence of yourself, and that is medicine for others. That's a gift. I am the face and voice of my divine frequency. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love that one. Like, thank you. Very yummy. Yeah, the face and voice of my divine frequency. So being willing to be seen in that. Contribution through joy. Yeah, beautiful, Emily. So when it feels good for us, you know, whether that's through singing, writing, speaking, right, whatever that is, that we're enjoying that. We're enjoying our full self-expression, and that's of benefit to everyone else. All right, so really inviting in some light language to support that. Taking a breath, feeling already that frequency of the joy of expressing our authentic selves, sharing our voices, and just calling for some beautiful light language frequencies through my voice to support all of us, activate all of us into that freedom and joy of our authentic self-expression. Nora kasimashur maati kalemorare enilate. Sashamore marikia la torre masicha romakia ahat orinila marota iti. Sashumare kiala kuaro simashoro maia tare chitenno kormata. Sashumale ramaro kotimashira amore etile kasumarshora maate. Kishul ar anaso kashimarati isho komoretele ana. Raso te chishamaro kapu e mosushi elakat ea. Saro makia pora shimala andore iti. Kare shamote kiera. Aso shimarona male eti. Raso chimakia por aneti. Kasomane shira moro andeti. Lasari kiti moshonamo ianaro no umakia. Tasare ti ne mekikorekata. Chore isse marakwala. Tarki tamorka siboro at anse poshere ita iano. Kare tutia, kare mosi at ila kamorshati amaruke, tare tsinkondoche imarata, le kare, so imara anni, ima imaro andore, isa kamorete. So taking a deep breath, definitely feeling a lot of clearing around the back of the heart there, and almost as if the back of the throat was expanding to include the heart as well. So, you know, being in this expression that as our voice comes through, it is carrying the frequency of our heart, and that is carrying the frequency of the divine, like through this portal of our heart, and the instrument of our voice that's carrying that out. And there was this feeling of waves, right? Because it is waves, isn't it? Sound waves, and just feeling these frequencies, and a sense that they're coming through you, not from you, but through you. So allowing yourself to feel it. But I'm the back of my heart is very activated. I don't know whether yours is as well, but really feeling how important it is, that trust factor, that open, that we do have to trust. We do have to, open up to allow our voice to come through us and trust that that is going to be received in the highest way. So take a moment, if it feels good for you, to share anything coming through from you from the activation, or just sitting in your own space. Maybe you're still feeling that, integrating that. And perhaps taking a moment to set a little intention for yourself around how you can perhaps share your voice a little more, maybe make more time to listen to your own voice, sitting quietly, listening to your heart. And there's so many safe ways that we can play with expressing ourselves. It doesn't have to be offered up to the world. It can be just carving out some time to sing or to write, or perhaps just to tone into your heart. So maybe feeling something like that for you. How could you make a little bit more space to listen to yourself, to play with your voice? I'm doing I just enrolled in a songwriting voice kind of container for myself. And we were talking about this yesterday, just creating a little bit of space, carving out some time to play with your voice, listen to yourself, play with words, right? So just perhaps inviting you into that as well today. And of course, if you want to connect with me to explore how you might want to go deeper with voice or with any of your self-expression, when I send out the replay, there'll be a link there if you want to book a little call with me, and we can explore that for you so that you can really go out and enjoy being you and sharing your beautiful gifts and your voice with the world. So we're going to wrap up now. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to share your voice as we get to the end of our call, and we'll be back again next month. And feel free to let me know any themes as well coming up for you. All right, how is everybody? Hey. I can connect you, so I can put you in touch with each other. Okay.
It's Lakshmi. I'm guided. If anyone's interested, to gift you, I have a code called Divine Communication, which is all about the actual frequency, everything our voice brings forth that is in the subliminal. Like, I work a lot with colors and stuff, and you all have frequencies, the authentic signature of your voice. And I've just got my guides just said, this is my action in the world. I'd like to maybe send it to you, Louise, and maybe you could send it to everyone. It's just
that'd be beautiful. And does it have a mantra with it too?
Yes, they all have a mantra. I'm in the unfortunate, interesting position of not having my computer's been somewhat disempowered by all the codes I'm bringing in, and this
can't cope with the frequency.
I'm not, and I can't boot it up, so I can't give you the template, which actually has a little thing, but I can post with the mantra. I can take a photo of it, and if you can disseminate it through, which is why I'm only on an iPhone.
Okay, lovely.
But anyway, it's just it's a gift, but somehow I'm feeling it's my step into revealing more of me.
I love that, Lakshmi. We're talking, so that's beautiful, lovely. Yeah, and I will speak to you as well. So
thank you, and thank you so much to everybody. It's so wonderful to be able to be part of the group work. This is something I don't do a lot of, and I thank you all.
Good.
And you, Louise.
Thank you. Well, I hope that'll inspire you. I mean, my keepership, I know you're talking about the keepership, bringing through codes, is light signatures or soul signatures. So, I have a passion for really, and I have that ability to sort of catalyze others into their gifts and sharing their frequency. So I love bringing these groups together to do that. So and I run groups as well to for that continued support for us, because often, but when we have a safe space, we have a group that we feel comfortable with, that's a great place to be able to start bringing forth more, and in offering in a place that feels safe and where we can be received and where we
Yeah.
can, you know, get that
That's a
feedback.
beautiful. I won't even go on Zoom, as you probably noticed. I turn off.
Well, you're looking at I know it's funny. You were working with being seen. So when we saw your little anyway, something, there's a growth edge. We want to talk about this as a growth edge there. So,
Yeah,
but thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That'd be great. And I will talk to you, Lakshmi, and yeah, I'll share that with everyone. We'd love that. Beautiful. There we go.
Okay, I'll
So,
text it to you. Thank you.
thank you, lovely. All right. Well, there we are. We're receiving bounty from each of us. So, yeah, Chantal.
Thanks for that, Lakshmi, because I was also getting quite a strong feeling to record and share some stuff that I've been doing lately. I've been doing a lot more light language and just spontaneously channeling and singing and different stuff. So if you hadn't have stepped forward with that offering, then I probably would have just thought about it and not actioned it. But that's kind of made me go, no, I'm going to send something to Louise for her to
And and also I have a Voices of Light Facebook group, so I go live in there every Monday morning. But that's also a place, if you haven't joined that, join that. That's kind of also got, you know, a supportive community around sharing, so that could also be a place to kind of venture forth. And
that's what popped in actually before.
Yeah,
that's what popped
you're in that
for
group, Chantal. So yeah,
sharing in a container where people have a little bit of understanding of what it is, because it's very powerful as well, you know, like
yeah. And then gradually, you know, moving towards creating your own spaces for that, right? Creating and starting with people, like if you have offerings, like you haven't done group stuff before, to just start. And Emily, I was thinking about you as well with this, like, you know, start with a couple of people you feel safe with. If you want to play with a new modality, or like, look, I've got this stuff coming through, I just want to, you know, get together and just maybe just try it out, like make it very small step, just, you know, what feels safe, and have fun with it and play. But really, when we bring these things bring them forth into form, others can receive them, then, you know, we start to get that feedback that, oh, actually, you know, I didn't die. A big sword didn't come down from the sky.
And confidence. Like for me, I think it's taking the attention off myself, like the perfectionist.
Yeah.
And then going, actually, even if you're at 10%, that's a lot for that person over there.
Yeah.
You know, like
and then you won't know that until you get that feedback. So it's very much, we do a lot of this clearing work. We're dealing with the inner resistance, but I would always encourage you to match that with a small step in the external, right? To actually then get that real experience back. Oh, actually, I didn't die. Nobody hated it. In fact, somebody loved it. Right. So, you know, and then, and I was useful to someone. So we start to flex that muscle of actually, it is okay for me to be seen authentically in the world, because otherwise we're just living out of the past conditioning, which is
receiving as well. Like when we get that feedback or people say that help, whatever, that's for me, that it's like that's opening to receiving, even before, you know, putting a price tag on something.
That's exactly right. Getting
like,
that experience
to be valuable and be seen and powerful and not die.
Exactly. And then you get that affirmation, oh, perhaps I am of value of the world. Whereas otherwise we've just got the voice in our head, which is all the programming, which is just constantly going to bring us down. Yeah. So yay. Thanks, Lakshmi. That's such a beautiful offer. Thank you. Receive that gratefully.
Well, everybody.
I inadvertently, well, not inadvertently, I mean, all of the surfers and the morning walkers at the beach, they all get a performance of my singing, because I have a similar thing to Chantal with the spontaneous singing, which happens when I meditate. It seems to attract dolphins, which is great. I'm happy with that. So I do have an audience. It's just not in what you might call a conventional performative environment.
And why do you need that? You know, create your own environment. Yes.
It's just, I have my eyes closed. So it's whoever's kind of wandering by is receiving it.
Beautiful. There we go. And you're enjoying it, right? So you're in the joy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Environment, so it's magnetized and going everywhere.
Exactly.
I'd rather. Yeah.
That's right. All right, lovelies. Well, beautiful. Lovely to have you. Had a small group live today, so that's really nice. We all got to share. I love that we're all sharing on our authentic voice call. Great. And being seen. All right, lovelies. Well, I'll send the replay up. Probably it might even be tomorrow now. I have another class today, so we'll see how we go. And thank you all for your presence, your authentic selves, and let's do it all again soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Lots of love. Bye,
Thanks, Louise.
everyone.
Thank you.